What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to episode 57 of the Daily Dose podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Gonna be a great episode today, guys. This podcast is sponsored by Complete Solutions LLC, your premier remodel company here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and surrounding areas. Tap in with them. Let them know you heard it on the Daily Dose podcast for 20% off all services. We got a lot of stuff to go over. Some good fights from this past weekend. Pretty decent card upcoming. Let's get right into it, guys. Now, dare I say, this was one of the best fights on Paramount so far. Right? This was a great card on paper. We knew there was going to be some bangers, but overall, it definitely delivered. We had Navajo Sterling with a beautiful TKO. Now, an interesting one on the prelims. Ricky Simón versus Adrian Yanez ends in a draw. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe I can go watch it back again. I had Adrian Yanez winning the first and the third round. He ends the fight almost stopping Ricky Simón, and then it ends in a draw. I'm not sure what criteria, what these guys are looking at, but that one just didn't make sense to me. Like I said, Navajo Sterling had a great KO. Casey O'Neill had a big KO. Punches. She looked clean out there. Really good performance from her. A nice upset, you had Lance Gibson Jr. caught Chase Hooper. He was really landing some big shots. Caught him with a knee. Got him out of there. Now this Taufeeq Musayev and Ignacio Bahamendez. This was a crazy war. Ignacio Bahamendez had gotten cut. He was leaking. That was just action-packed. That was just the prelims, guys. Then to open up the main card, my boy Terrence McKinney comes out with a beautiful knee to the face, head kick. He was just landing bombs, going at it. 24 seconds into the first round, TKO from Terrence McKinney. That was beautiful. Then you had Yusufari Bugari over Masur Abdul Malik. Again, caught him with a knee, landed some big shots, got him out of there. And then you had Larian Douglas. This guy's UFC debut over a big veteran, Julian Erosa. He was swinging for the fences. He was dropping bombs. He looked composed. He got him out of there first round. I mean, these were just absolutely some bangers, guys. Then you had Michael Chiesa in his retirement fight. Gets the submission over Nico Price. It was weird. I mean, I guess Nico, I think he retired as well. He just looked flat. It looked like once he kind of got the position, he just gave up. It always kind of drives me crazy when you see guys getting a submission and they just kind of, get ready to tap. No defense, no trying to move out of it, get one arm under, one arm over, nothing. They just sit there and get ready to tap. So I never like when I see that. Shout outs to both guys. Michael Chiesa retires on a 4-fight winning streak. Got that rear naked choke. Like I said, so many finishes, guys. This was a banging card. On paper, looked pretty good, but overall, one of the best cards of the year so far. In the co-main event, dare I say, we had the greatest knockout in women's history. This was absolutely insane. The only other one I could think of course, is when Holly beat Ronda because it was such a higher scale, biggest underdog we've ever had. But Alexa Grasso catches a straight punch, knocks out Macy Barber. As she's falling, she basically catches her. She's already out, pushes her in a choke, chokes her. They have it listed as a KO by punch. That was absolutely insane. It was kind of scary to see. Macy Barber was just out flat for like 5 minutes, laying on her back. We could tell she was breathing, but she wasn't responding. Super scary. I don't know that you could really do anything as far as the ref in that situation, but what a killer instinct. I mean, Alexa Grasso catches the punch, catches her before she gets to the ground, and then starts choking her. It was absolutely insane. Shout outs to Alexa Grasso. Now, in the main event, Joe Pfeiffer comes out with the TKO win. Up until that point, Izzy looked good. He was landing some shots. He was taking some shots, but he was really mixing it up, switching stances well. He looked like he was off to a good performance. And like I said, what happens, especially towards the end of the career, once it got rough, he just kind of laid down. He looked very amateur. He ended up getting, put face down, flattened out, and again, just covered up and kind of took the punishment. So he looked pretty good up to that point, but I think when guys get to a certain point in their career, like, Izzy versus Kelvin Gastelum, we knew he can be a dog when he really wanted to, and he dug deep to get that interim title. little different now. You know, he's accomplished everything he needed to. You know, king of the middleweights, everything like that. So I think that's really the last of him. You know, it's like obviously he's not going to be a champ. That dog isn't in him anymore. And it happens, guys. It's no disrespect. Father of Time is undefeated. It's not like in basketball, you take a year off, you come back, you're hooping with these guys. Even football to a degree. Some of these guys, as they get older, they don't really want to push as hard. There are some young up-and-comers that will literally knock them the fuck out. So it's a very unique sport. It's not like anything else. And that's just how it goes sometimes. But like I said, overall, man, that was the best card. The only thing, again, with Paramount, I don't know what the deal is. It was probably 4 different times where it just cut out and told me there was an error. Like, Paramount, you guys got to get this shit in order. I get it. No pay-per-view, less of a price point. We appreciate it. At least let the fights not mess up, right? We'll watch the ads and all that, but give us one card without having some interruptions. It's literally been every card, and it seems like it's getting more often. So hopefully they can get it together. Now, maybe I spoke too fast. We have an Apex card this weekend headlined by Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan. You got Tabitha Ricci in the co-main. To open up the main card, this will be one to keep your eyes on. We got the debut of O'Malley's training partner, Tommy McMillan. He's fighting Manolo Zaccini. He's an Italian UFC fighter. This should be a pretty good fight. I think Tommy McMillan's going to get it in his debut. He's just absolutely chaotic. He has pretty good stand-up. We saw he has great wrestling takedown, but I think his biggest attribute is just chaotic. He just comes forward. He loves that car crash. Definitely going to tune in for that one. You got Lando Venata on there. Other than that, I mean, on paper, this is looking like it might be a tough one. But again, sometimes these random names might put something together. We'll see what happens. Over the weekend, we also had a pretty good boxing card in the co-main event. Brian Mendoza took a loss to this Diaz guy. I thought it was a great fight. I thought it was really competitive overall. I think in the later rounds is when Diaz started to kind of take over. And when you win the last couple rounds, especially when a fight's close, I think that's what's most fresh in the ref's mind. So shout outs to Brian Mendoza. He's an Albuquerque native. Looked good, looked tough in there. Just wasn't his night. Then in the main event, the freaking Sky Tower, the tallest damn 154-pounder we've ever seen, 6'6", Sebastian Fondora, absolutely put on a clinic on Keith Thurman. He had no response. There was nothing he could do. Ended up being stopped by the refs. Let's check this out. I saw the video. Keith Thurman was mad about it. Let's see this.
Whoever the fuck that referee was, don't hire him for fucking main event shit ever again, man. Real talk. Do you remember Eric Morales versus Marcos Maidana? Do you remember how many times people fought with broken orbital bones? It's just not even broken, man. Never got dropped in the whole fight.
Back end of punches. The referee told me in the locker room, show me something. Move your feet, duck your head.
Yeah, I'd have to disagree. Both his eyes look like they are horribly damaged. He was getting a whooping. Yes, he didn't get dropped, but he wasn't putting anything back up. It was only a matter of time before he would have got stopped. But sorry, Keith, you were getting your ass whooped on that one. Wasn't your night. I mean, Fondora is just such a nightmare matchup. To be that tall at 154 pounds, it's just not even fair. One thing that was pretty cool, I saw Ilia Topuria announces his sponsorship with Richard Mille. Sitting good. Him and Jake, remember, they were kind of arguing a couple weeks back about why he was wearing one and stuff, and he said, "You'll see soon." That's what he was talking about. That's pretty cool to see, man. Like I said, I think he's going to have a big knockout comeback win over at the White House and get right back to it. Now, this RFA card, guys, pretty damn good card. Before we get into fights, let's check this out. One of the wrestlers, Kenny Blades.
All right, here I go.
Oh, my God. Showing the reporter some moves, and she just absolutely suplexes her. I don't know what the hell she was thinking. That is hilarious. That was crazy. I'm definitely guaranteed that chick wasn't expecting it. Of course, in the co-main event, Colby Covington had a pretty easy win over Dylan Danis. Again, that's Colby's sport. Dylan's a grappling guy. If there's no jiu-jitsu involved, I'm going to pick the wrestler every time. And in the main event, Arman and that Georgie guy run it back. Arman got the win this time, no doubt. He had a nice suplex. Let's check it out right here. think it took a minute, but he definitely got him with a good... Yeah, got him with a nice suplex. Won the card overall. Shout outs to Arman. You know, like I said, that Giorgio dude, I think is a little much and just kind of reaching out there. Now we have boxing announcements. We got Earl Spence Jr. versus Tszyu. This is a good fight. You know, coming back, jumping up to 154. Tszyu's a tough matchup. He's a dog. He's going to be right there. But also when guys are right there in your face, they're also right there to get hit. So, I mean, you know, depending kind of shape Earl comes in and mindset and everything like that, this could be a big opportunity for him to put on a big performance and kind of bounce back. You know, haven't seen him since that Crawford loss. You know, it was a big moment. So let's see what we get. I'm excited to see it back. Now, Conor McGregor, does he actually come back? I don't know. We've been hearing it for so long. We're hearing for sure he's coming back on the White House. I'm a huge Conor fan. I've seen him live. I paid for all his pay-per-views. Any of the matchups I think of, I just can't really see him winning, whether it's Max Holloway, Jorge Masvidal, you know, Ian Gary, Patty. I don't know. Like I said, he just hasn't been active. He hasn't been a dog for so long. I don't know really who I see him winning. I'm thinking it's either going to be Max or Jorge. The only reason I say Jorge is, you know, he was saying he had gotten a big offer on that Netflix card, and the UFC came back and gave him something dope. So that's the only reason I'm kind of seeing it there. But who knows? Like I said, in my opinion, I still kind of just don't see Conor McGregor coming back. There's no reason. He doesn't have that dog. He doesn't have that desire anymore. So I think it would be a, you know, pretty kind of easy fight for whoever he gets in there with. Now this Netflix card, they ended up dropping their full card, and it looks like a pretty damn good card. I can't lie. I know Nate Diaz is allegedly getting $10 million, which would be super cool for him. But yeah, just overall, like some of the matchups, they aren't just, you know, of course, headlined by Ronda and Gina. You got Nate Diaz and Michael Perry on there. That one is going to be insane. You know, just battle of the CTEs. They're going to be in there just bloody, beating the shit out of each other. Francis Ngannou probably smokes this Lynn, guys. You got Junior Dos Santos versus Robles to Spain. That's going to be a really good fight. You know, obviously Robles is the young, big guy, but JDS is no punk. That's a really good matchup. I could see it going either way. You got Muhammad Makayev versus Adrian Morales. Wow, really good flyweight fight. Obviously Makayev, you know, previous stint in the UFC, had those issues, hasn't got re-signed. Adrian Morales, former one championship flyweight champion. That should be a really good fight. Lorenz Larkin, and you got Jason Jackson. And, of course, to open the card, you got Chris Avila, Nate's boy, versus, I saw they announced it. I can't remember who this poster says to be determined, but I saw they announced it. You got Alex Pereira's sister on there as well. I mean, shout-outs to Netflix and MVP. That wasn't just a spectacle. They definitely put some good matchups together on there. Now, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. A lot of these streamers, I think, just take it too far. They love being in the spotlight, and then they just do dumb shit. This dude, clav, whatever you want to call him, he recently got arrested out here in Florida for shooting alligators. Yep, he was in this boat. They were on stream, and they went and just unloaded. Look at, like, I don't know what these guys are thinking, but definitely dumb as hell. Of course you're going to get arrested. You're filming it. And that's the thing with some of these streamers, guys. If you're going to do dumb shit, probably skip that night to stream it. You know what I mean? But some of these guys are just dumbasses, and he'll get what he gets for that one. Now check this out, guys. This woman was arrested and accused of murdering her roommate. She tries to fake a seizure like homegirl. You are already going to prison for murder. You could fake a seizure all you want. As soon as they figure out whether it's legit or not, you're going to prison. Like, what do people think is going to happen? And I mean, this acting is terrible. But yeah, sorry, Keisha, you are going to jail there whether you seize up or not. You know, I don't know what people are thinking. Let's check this out. Drewski, guys, drops another skit. And this one got people hot. I mean, again, if you don't have any sense of humor, I don't know what to tell you. This is insane. It says how conservative women in America act. Oh, everybody's saying, he's
Anyone disenfranchise
excuse
you
me.
because
He's
you're a
acting like
young
Erica
man,
Kirk.
especially a
And
young
I
white
mean,
male
some
man.
of these
Don't
videos
ever
and
let anyone talk
comparisons.
down to you. We need strong men out there.
We have to protect all men,
Oh my god.
especially all white.
Absolutely hilarious. These are just crazy. Yeah, Drewski again, guys. Some of it has truth. A lot of it's just to make people laugh and have a good time. And if you can't do that, then I don't know what to tell you, because that shit is absolutely hilarious. And again, some of the stuff he's on point with, and some of these people should reflect and see how ridiculous they sound, and maybe it can help them out. But at minimum, it makes everybody laugh, which some of y'all need, man. Everybody's too damn uptight and shit. Shout outs to Drewski, man. You're always hilarious. Now, talk about one of the dumbest tattoos I've ever seen. Check this out.
Why I chose Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
Because what this whole look stands for bag alert. Once you see me, if I ain't even got them, like right now, I ain't sharp enough, but when a motherfucker see me, I look like money.
Fact.
They can look at me and be
Okay.
But so what is?
I'll go for that.
So what it stands for?
Bag alert, buddy. This dude tatted LV sunglasses and LV pattern all over his beard, face, around his eyes. Doug, I can promise you this. When people see you, the first immediate thought is definitely not bag alert. If I saw you in person, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, what a dipshit. What is wrong with this guy? Like, people are just out of their damn minds, bro. You didn't even get it from a good artist. You look absolutely fucking ridiculous. Bag alert. You a goofy, man. You better stop that. People are tripping. Now, Brendan Schaub, last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. Check this out. You guys think anything's wrong with his cigar? Now, of course, he's already addressed it. He's like, yeah, guys, I'm not a big cigar smoker. Buddy, that didn't taste like shit. You are literally smoking plastic, bro. Like, I don't know how nobody noticed. I get you don't really smoke cigars. You didn't notice there's only a plastic wrapper on a little part of it. That is just crazy. Like I said, that had to be harsh as shit. He must have been drunk or something. That is damn hilarious, It's all good, right? He was on the Rogan podcast. I guess you can do stuff a little different. Now, let's check this out. Bow Wow, young Bow Weezy. There's not one song that buddy has where he should be in a bulletproof vest and Tim's looking like 50 Cent kicking out of a jail. So let me hold you. I don't know what he was thinking on that one. That is too damn funny, man. But he's a character. Something that's interesting. I wish someone would just punch this guy already. But Charleston White and Young Thug.
Ain't ready for that, mate. That nigga told gun. Bitch ass nigga. Man, them hoe ass nigga approach me. Now,
Young
catch the
Thug
foot.
and all his boys get into it with Charleston White. They almost fight. Man, I wish these guys would have let him just beat the shit out of that dude. He is such a clown. He said he's going to be pressing charges. Of course he is, man. That dude is just, like I said, a damn joking ass clown. I don't even understand how he has a platform or he's gotten, as far as he has. Now, a little update on here. Look at this. I don't know if it's just fake or not, but this shows Wes Watson. He's currently incarcerated on the charges that he's facing. Shows some of his cars back at a dealership. Supposedly all his stuff is leased and rented, but I was watching an expert in Florida, an attorney down there, and he was saying that he's looking at, 7-8 years minimum. He was already out on bond for the gym incident. Now he has this domestic violence stuff. It is definitely not looking good. And you know what? It happens when you're not humble. He was getting big-headed. He thought he was above the program, act a certain way, treat people like shit, think you're too hard. It just doesn't work that way, guys. The best thing you could do if you get in a position to win and influence people is, be a good person, lead by example, be thankful, and then you'll have abundance. Now, let's check out this crime of the week. This one is absolutely insane, guys. I don't know if any of you guys seen this, but we have a current cornhole quadruple amputee is the suspect of a murder that happened in his car. This is a video of him, like trying to shoot a gun with his little nubs and stuff. I'll let know if I'm sitting in a car with some dude that looked like this and, all of a sudden he started trying to reach for a gun and whatnot. I think you could probably get to it before him. I'm just saying. But yeah, allegedly he fatally shot somebody in his car. He's currently in prison right now. No arms, no legs. That shit is crazy. I don't even know how that happens. Great episode today, guys. Lots of current topics. Finally, a really, really good Paramount card. Boxing card was good. I'm a little skeptical on this weekend's fight, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, before we get out of here, the message of the week. Do what got you to the dance, guys. You know, we get to a certain level, or people get to a certain level. They try and switch it up. They start changing. You know, you always have to adjust and do things, but do what got you to the dance. Staying disciplined, not switching up when sometimes things aren't working. Trusting your process, knowing where you're going, guys. Do what got you to the dance, and it'll get you somewhere. I promise you that, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Episode 57 of the Daily Dose Podcast. I'll see you guys next week. And we're out.